So, you must be hungry, huh? Let me make you a little something to eat. My kitchen? What have you done to my kitchen? Look at this mess! What is with you kids? I take a little nap, you trash the place? Ay, carajo.
Cierren los ojos un segundo y miren lo que han hecho. ¿Qué han hecho? ¿Qué voy a hacer con ustedes, niños traviesos? Me voy a enloquecer más de lo que estoy. We need to talk. We need to talk about something very important. I need to explain something to you.
But now it's time for you to come back, finally, into the Garden of Eden. And now you need to listen to Big Mama. I spend all of my time here in the kitchen because I'm always cooking. And this is the way I do things. I take my raw materials. I got some earth and some air and big bunches of ocean with just a little dash of fresh water. I bake it all up under the sun. I create all these recipes I know you love. I create all these life forms. So everything gets to eat everything else. And who cleans up the mess? Your mother, of course. Who else? I break it all down into my raw materials again. Good night. Now for eons of time, it was just the two of us.
Me and your father, who art heaven. And we were happy this way together long before you came along.
No, you know we love you. But lately, you kids, you come in my kitchen while I'm cooking, and this is the way that you do things. You get in my way. You mess around with my raw materials. You make your own stuff now. Which would be fine, I think, if only you would learn to pick up after yourselves. But no, you create these dirty, smelly, industrial poisons. You're ruining my recipes. You're wasting my elements. And no matter how I scrub this stuff, I cannot get it clean. And that's not the worst of it. Because you got waste up here, you ain't got enough to go around to share with all your brothers and sisters. So you're fighting over the limited resources, and you're driving me crazy with this fighting. And you do not want to see me get mad, because I can make things very hard for you. Meanwhile, those of you who do got enough stuff, what are you doing with your stuff when you're done with it? You throw it in the trash, right? I got a question for you.
What the heck is trash? You see me making any trash? No. I keep everything in the circle. I make zero waste.
Have I got a news flash for you? There's no such thing as trash. These are my resources you're throwing away. And because you're not paying attention to this, you got some big shot wise guys up here on top. They're stealing your natural resources. They're making a little bit of temporary wealth for themselves. Believe me, it's only a little bit. It's not enough to go around. And it's only temporary, because you see this right here? This is your NASDAQ bubble, boys. You thought you were gonna make all that money on technology stock. Meanwhile, you got millions of customers here who can't afford to buy bread, let alone computers. This is no way to run a planet. But I'll tell you what it is. This right here is the keyhole. The keyhole on his locked gate of the Garden of Eden. No, I'm not kidding you. Oh, let me tell you something else you don't believe, huh? You already got the key to this here.
Yeah, you've got the key. I've seen it.
You wanna know where I found this key? Come a little closer, and I'll tell you.
It's in your garbage, you nitwits. What are you doing? We got limited resources here. What do you think, fresh water grows on trees, huh? You seen any new sources of, say, oxygen anywhere in outer space lately? No, I didn't think so. You put your nasty sprawl developments all over my nice pristine landscapes. You're ruining all of my waterways. Not to mention what you're doing to my temperature. And my species. All of my little creatures. I should beat all your little bottoms with my raging storms. But you're still my babies. So I'm gonna tell you one more time. You keep this up, you know what happens? This down here catches on fire, the whole thing goes up in flames, and bada bing,
you got that hell your Father Almighty is always warning you about. And I've got more news for you. Hell ain't in the afterlife. I got your eternal damnation right here.
So this is what I want you to do for me. I want you to get my key out of your garbage and stop making this waste stuff. I mean, who taught you to make waste anyway? It wasn't me. It was not me, because I have never made waste a single day in my entire existence. Since the dawn of creation, I have recycled and reused everything I made. Now I know what you're thinking. If you're up on top, you think it's gonna cost too much. You actually think it's going to diminish your wealth to make this change. And you think your position up here is gonna save you from the coming conflagration? You're so wrong about that, you're just clueless. On the other hand, when you make this little change to sustainability, it just means you keep more of this in the circle, there's more to go around, and more people get to eat. When you start to mass produce the alternative technologies, the solar, the wind, the hydrogen, fuel cells, all of that good stuff, you're making the stuff that these folks down here really need to buy. You're making the stuff that everybody really needs. It means everybody eats like it's supposed to be. You will finally stop having these stupid wars over the limited resources, because when you renew the resources, they are limitless. So you take your key, you put it in my keyhole, you give it a little turn, you open the gates, you come back into the Garden of Eden. Paradise descends upon the earth the way your old man has always promised us. We live happily ever after. Heaven is home, is here. Yada yada blah blah. Is that so tough for you to do, huh? Can you do this for me, your own mother? You know I only want you to be happy! Do me a favor. Don't tell the big guy upstairs that I showed you this. You know how he is. His will be done. His kingdom come. He thinks all the power and glory should be his forever, amen. So let's just keep this between you and me for now, and we'll surprise him. Because when you've cleaned your rooms the way I've asked you to, I'm gonna give you the keys to the universe anyway.
You know I love you, baby.
Venga, venga, denle a su mamita un gran abrazo.
Come, give your mama a big hug.